Hi, I'm Jackie Rabbit. Today I want to talk to you about coming out to family. I know that's a scary topic. It is. I'm going to share with you my experience. And I want you to know one thing. It's not the end of the world. Give me a thumbs up and go subscribe. Click the bell so you see when I post a new topic. I'll also have an update at the end of this video. Something's coming. Let's go talk about what it's like coming out to family. Come on, come with me. Let's go talk about it. So coming out to family, I know. It's kind of scary, right? I know. I get it. It was scary for me too. It was hard. And it didn't all go well. Now, I know I focus on being positive. I know I try to tell you only the good stuff. Well, there is good stuff behind some of the bad stuff, or some of the hard stuff. So I'm going to share my experience a little and tell you you're going to get through it. You might have a way better experience than I did. Please let that be the case. But the end result is you will make it through this. You will go on. You will still have opportunities with them in the future. Now, everyone's family is different, and everyone's spouse and children and mother and father, they're all different, and no one can expect the same result for everyone. I'll share mine. In the beginning, it was pretty good. It was difficult. I'll go with some of the easy stuff first. I remember talking with my oldest daughter, and she wasn't taking it well. She hasn't taken it well. Now, she loves me, but this is rough on her. And sometimes our kids focus a lot on themselves. This isn't news to us. We know our kids, right? We kind of know. But we love them anyway. And really, that's the only thing you can truly do when you come out to your kids. Just love them. Remind them. When they want some distance and they want their own space, whether it has anything to do with you and your transition or the newest video game they couldn't get, you just love them anyway, right? So focus on that with your kids. Now, I highly recommend, if you have younger kids, that a therapist gets involved. I think the idea of having a therapist for your child just for them, and also for the process of introducing them to your transition, is a great idea. I had worked on this, but it did fall apart on me. I made mistakes while trying to rush. I didn't put it together carefully enough, and it did fall apart on me and went a direction I wasn't planning, and made it more difficult. So my advice to you is, if you like the idea and my suggestion of getting a therapist for your child, please think it carefully, move through it gracefully, and don't push. Things happen in their own time. Don't rush. Carefully plan that out. Your kids are important. And part of the process of loving your children is taking the time and effort to really, really set things up for their success. And whether that is school or advice or their extracurriculars that you drive them to incessantly, and all of their little friends, because you want them to have a good and successful life. Well, this is part of it. So I urge you to do your very, very best with the younger ones, because they will eventually grow up to be older ones, and you want them to be well adjusted. And part of moving through the process of transition is caring for your kids if you have them. So part of that coming out to family most importantly, revolves around your kids. And I do understand that. There is a long process for them, and this is tough. So support for them is going to be important. So let's dig into the hard one, our spouse. I know what you've heard. I know it doesn't sound hopeful. And I will share with you some of my experience. But I'm going to say right now, in the defense of your spouse and all spouses of people in transition, there is like no support for them. There's like nothing, like very little. And when you do find it, it doesn't seem to last long. There was a group at my local LGBT center, and when I went to go check it out, I found that they hadn't kept going. They dissolved it. The people who ran it either didn't have volunteer time to continue doing it, or there weren't enough people to go, which I find astounding, especially where I live. It's so necessary. So right now, I'm going to tell you, please be easy on your spouse. This is going to be so hard on them. I know maybe it seems I'm on the wrong side of the fence here, but I want you to know, and I'm going to remind you, this is someone you really care about, right? You married them. And it's going to be so hard for them. I know you're worried about losing them. You're worried about not having their approval. Well, that might happen no matter what. And we have to face these things. You know, we're adults. And so's your spouse. And we're not forcing upon them something they can't make a decision about. I mean, it is up to them to make a decision about the course of their lives. We are giving them the opportunity to see some forethought, some planning of our own, and we're being honest with them. And one of the things we told them when we married them was that we would be honest with them and we would tell them the truth. And this is one of those things, even if it's tough, even if it's hard. And sometimes your spouse will surprise you. I do know people who have stayed together, and it's been a very big journey for them, but they have done really well, remarkably well. And I know plenty, like myself, who didn't make it. Now, in my case, my spouse did something for me that I can only see in retrospect. My spouse gave me freedom. My spouse sacrificed what she wanted from her life, knowing that I needed something from my life. And she made a hard decision that I couldn't. And I think she did it knowing what she was doing. And I can only see that now. I can only see it now. It's so difficult when you're in the process of something so hard to see every little angle. But whatever the outcome is, you owe it to your spouse to be honest. You really do. Right from the very beginning. My biggest mistakes were hiding things. My biggest mistakes were keeping it secret. I was taking hormones for a long time before I told my spouse. That was a mistake. And I urge you to at least tell them what's up. And know that not everything is perfect. But I am now going to tell you, no matter what the outcome, here I am, right? I'm showing you that I'm still going, that I am still moving along. I'm still here. And so will you be, no matter what the outcome with your spouse. Let's move on to family. So with family, you might have some expectations, right? You might think, I know what I can expect from this member of my family and that member of my family. Well, they might surprise you too. I can remember a sibling, a single one of my siblings who I definitely was the single most closest with. And I had some problems with some people I knew. I talked with my oldest, and somebody who is related to my oldest decided to start calling my family to tell them. And I don't know why this person interjected themselves into my life that way, but I knew that this person was calling my sibling, and I'm like, well, why is that occurring? So I called my sibling first and said, look, you got to come over. I mean, seriously, you got to come over. There's something I've got to tell you. This isn't the timing I was hoping for, but I really want you to come by. I need to talk to you right now. And I'm sorry. I know. Everything's fine. I'm not dying, you know. So that person rushed over, came over to the apartment, and came in, and I was sitting on the couch. And immediately pokes their head in the door and looks at me on the couch and says, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gay. Give me about a year." That's actually what I said. I'm not making that up. And of course, this person's like, What are you talking about? I don't understand. And I'm like, sit down, sit down, sit down. So I rolled it out and I explained. And at the end, this person was telling me, all right, okay, I get it. It'll be a little weird, but it'll be okay. We'll be fine. It'll be okay. And that's how we left it. I swear to you, that's exactly what happened at the door. You know, are you gay? Well, no, give me a year. That's actually how it went. I don't know why I said that. And that hasn't stayed, sadly. That didn't stick. That sibling doesn't want to talk to me right now. And I honestly don't know why. I honestly just cannot figure it out. I was talking with my aunt. Even my aunt's like, well, they just need time, you know, time to process. It's nothing bad, just they don't want to talk to me right now. And sometimes people need time to process. So, and my aunt. So my aunt's been the one that's been there the whole time. And I came out to her. She was very understanding. She gave me her tentative support. And she always has. And she still talks to me. I call her sometimes on the way to work, you know, or on the way home, see how she's doing. She's a teacher. She's seen a lot of stuff. And she knows me pretty good. So with my aunt, I had the support I always kind of knew, you know. My mom's gone, as much as I wish she wasn't. And her brother, my uncle, is also. And my uncle was kind of my confidant. He's kind of like the only one I ever told when I was a kid. And he passed in the 90s. So I haven't really had his shoulder for all these years. I miss him. I miss him quite a bit. But I want to wrap this all up with, I know coming out to family scares you. I know it. But it's part of this process. And you're going to get through it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get through it. No matter what the outcome. Life will go on and you will move through the process. Here we are. Here's my experience. Not everything has gone shiningly well. But I can look back and see things now that make more sense to me. I can see more clearly. And understand how to move forward with those people in my mind in an effort to continue working towards a new relationship with them. Now, I've said this before and I will say it again. Do not view the challenges with your family as an end. View them as a new beginning, where one path must stop so a new path might start. Give them time, patience, remind them you love them, that you're thinking about them, that you wish they were there with you right now at what you're doing, where you're doing it. don't stop communicating. Send those birthday cards. Send those holiday and special event cards. Call. Remind them. Write a letter. Whatever it takes. Don't give up on family. Any of them. And when it comes to your spouse, be kind. Be patient. Even if they say, get out, be kind and be patient. They're hurt. Some girl came and took their man. That does hurt. Be their friend. I know that's a hard thing for you to hear. You will feel better later if you manage this. This will be good for you and for them. Take care of yourself, and I want you to know it matters to me how you're getting through this. It matters to me that you know this isn't forever. This is a temporary movement through your life, that you will get through this, and you can do it, and there is some support out there. I want you to know you're going to make it. I've made it. You can make it. And it's just taking it one day at a time that makes this happen. So do exactly that. Take it one day at a time. Make it work for you. And do it because you love your family. Be patient with them. Give them time. Give them space, no matter how it turns out. You can do this. Now, I know you want more experiences than my own. Remember, transgenderpulse.com is a great place to talk to other people about this exact thing. So I'll put a link below, and you can go check it out. Again, give me a thumbs up on the video. You made it this far, and go subscribe. I know you guys are lax. You got up to 75% on the not subscribed viewers. Come on, go subscribe. You're hunting me down all the time or waiting for it to pop in your feed, and then you watch. And you got this far through the video? Come on, go do it. And then click the bell so that you get the alerts when I post new topics. Now here's my last little update. I'm less than 2 months away now. Less than 2 months away. And it's 2.5 months. More than 2 months. My mistake. Bottom surgery is coming up really fast. And it's not rescheduled. I have completed the needed downstairs electrolysis. Boy, riding the lightning is a little tough, but you get through it. And I'll keep you updated as we get along. That bottom surgery is coming fast. And I will do my best to document that and show you what that process is like. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye. When my sibling came over and opened the door when I was going to come out to them, they poked their head in the door and said, "Are you gay?" And I said, "No, give me like a year." So they sat down and they said, "Oh my gosh, all this time I thought you were gay. You're not gay. You're a girl."